Hi there, I'm Jessie. I'm a master's level intern here at the Counseling Center of Pikes Peak Community College, and I wanted to take a few minutes today to talk to you about stress and anxiety. So let's take a step back. Here at the Counseling Center, we utilize cognitive behavioral therapy. It's a theory of how people change. And in this theory, we look at your thoughts and how those thoughts lead you to emotion, which then leads to your behavior. So if you consider, I believe that I am valuable, that I don't have to be perfect, that I'm growing to evolve myself, then I might, if I tip over a glass of water, I might say to myself, oh, rats, and I might clean it up. But I don't make it necessarily mean something about me. However, if I have a belief about myself that I need to be perfect, or that something about me is defective or flawed, if I tip over that glass of water, I'm going to use that as a way to convince myself that my beliefs about myself are true. And that filter that I look at that incident through will then spike my emotion, and my behavior might become erratic, or I might become very upset, right? So we're using those thoughts to create our emotion, which then lead to our behavior. So that can then obviously has an impact on our stress and our anxiety level, those beliefs that we have about ourselves, about others, and the world. And so, when we think about anxiety, it's very future-based, right? We're worrying about something that's going to happen in the future. And so we will ruminate and ruminate and ruminate about all these possibilities that might happen because we're trying to, one, look at things through that belief of I have to be perfect. So in this situation, I need to think about all the possibilities that could happen so that I still appear to be perfect, right? And that creates and increases that level of anxiety. So one of the tools that I integrate into the counseling is that idea of self-compassion. And a lot of times self-compassion gets a bad rap. People think it's about telling yourself everything's going to be okay. But in reality, that's not exactly right. Self-compassion is more about honoring what's true for you. So we might say to ourselves, oh, there's that thought again that tells me I have to be perfect, right? Or, oh, I feel really frustrated that I spilled that glass of water. Or, oh, I feel really judged by people around me, right? We are just acknowledging what's true. It's not about finding solutions. It's not about judging ourselves. It's just about honoring what's true. And what that does is it insists, one, that we actually acknowledge our emotions, right? We can't name them. We can't show compassion towards them if we don't acknowledge them. So by acknowledging them, we're showing ourselves that we're valuable to ourselves. And this tool, a lot of people with anxiety get great value from this. And in general, I think, because it really allows us that space to challenge those beliefs about our needs to be perfect or how we are somehow defective, right? We start to hear in ourselves that pattern of thought. The more that we are self-compassionate and can say to ourselves, oh, there's that thought again, then we can start to recognize that pattern of beliefs that run through our mind and kind of create our reality. So when we can acknowledge those beliefs, then essentially we're creating space from them, right? And in that space, we then have choice. So no longer is it, I spilled the glass of water, I immediately get upset with myself and I behave as though I'm upset with myself, right? But I spill the glass of water and I hear in myself that little thought that says, you're not perfect. And I say, oh, there's that thought again that hurts me, that tells me I'm not perfect or I'm not good enough, right? And when we hear it, then we can say, usually my emotion is this. But now I realize that that's just a pattern of thought, and I can choose how I want to feel, and I can choose how I behave to that thought. And so that then gives you that power. It starts that power, that self-empowerment that lets us start choosing which direction we want to go with our lives, and also challenging those beliefs so that they can be, in cognitive behavioral therapy terms, reframed to align towards what it is you actually desire for your life. So this is one coping strategy, as it's called, a tool that can help you if you're someone who experiences stress and anxiety. Thanks for joining me today.